What's up? Welcome back to another Jimmy Hitter video. Today I'll be grading functioneers based on like how well they perform at functions, how well they can hold a function together, basic stuff like that. Also, I just wanted to say that as a whole, as a group, y'all really are molten hot magma dookie cheeks at planning a function, keeping it together, because right now we're at the end of 2025 and we're barely squeezing out cookout runs. I remember when KBs used to be routine and pretty much easy to do, but apparently we're struggling to even fire off a few rounds of cookout nowadays. And I didn't even attend that last one just because how shitty that whole idea sounded. Didn't really sound appealing. I wasn't even hungry. But yeah, before I get started, I just want to say I'm an A+ functioneer. I pull functions out of my ass crack. I don't really miss functions unless it's just absolutely dog shit. But yeah, I'm pretty much perfect. I'm pretty much the only one who wants to do shit anymore. But yeah, let's get into it. I think the first one I'm going to do is Finn. I'm going to give Finn like a solid B+. The only reason not being an A is because, he's a fucking ghost. 80% of the time, nobody knows what the hell nobody knows what Finn's doing. But Finn, he's known to pull functions out of his ass crack. When there's a will, there's a way. Finn gets really determined to pull a whole function together by himself. Usually whenever he's off work, and that's really his only opportunity, he really comes through. But most of the time, man, he's like doing some bullshit, like running on a high school track, at 3 a.m. or has work or some shit. But we have no idea what Finn's doing. He never texts us or anything like that. Another one I'm gonna go over is probably his brother. His brother Bob is I'm gonna give him an F. Just because, for obvious reasons, right? Bob's kind of stupid. You don't know what Bob's gonna do. He's Bob, right? He's very unpredictable. He'll say he goes to a function, and he'll say he's going to a function, but then he never pulls up. Whenever he does go to a function, I'm not even gonna talk about it on here what he does just for his sake. But he's a wild, crazy, unpredictable. He's just an F tier. Terrible at functions. Just awful. Next one, I'm gonna go with Jabe, just because. Usually on prime function nights, he doesn't like to do shit. He likes to sit at home, watch TikTok on his phone, watch the Buffalo Bills. He doesn't really do anything. And then on nights where I can't really do anything, because I'm busy. That's when he likes to throw together these A-tier functions. I don't really mess with that. So yeah, Jabe's like I never graded him, but Jabe's like a C because he is good at functions, but he kind of doesn't like to do shit. He's always pooped out. The next one I'm gonna go over is Drew Harrell. Now this is gonna surprise a lot of you, but Drew Harrell is actually an A+ functioneer. We need more Drew Harrells basically because Drew Harrell, he shows up early to functions, he leaves late. He has connections with Big Dog, otherwise known as Tom H. He likes to cook burgers and mac and cheese, and it's really, really yummy. But yeah, he also has a really good function site, so he's a good host too. He's just a really good functioneer. Of course, he can be a little bit much at times, but we really need more Drew Harrells because he likes to throw good functions, man. Oh no, that's a sleeper pick for me. I'm sorry. Next one I'm gonna go over is Mater. Mater's like a D, just because he's usually on bullshit. He likes to throw big ass speakers at people. And I think Mater's banned from like 8 different countries too, including this one. So let's try and get him out of here. And I think the last one that I go over is Jason. Yeah, Jason. He's like an F. All he really does is plays pickleball and you talk about state. That's pretty much all he does, really. He likes to shave his head. I guess that's kind of cool. But yeah, you can't really kickstart a function with Jason, right? Also, I forgot to mention Hearn. Hearn's an A+. You get Hearn out of function, and he can really elevate the function from being a shitty function to being top tier, and just a fantastic time. And everybody wants Hearn to function. So once I hear Hearn is gonna be there, man. I mean, you start getting like people like Tom Cruise and The Rock and Dwayne Wade. Everybody wants to pull to the function. All these big time celebrities pull up too, not just all these other random ass functionaries. But all in all, in summary, y'all kind of dog shit at throwing functions together. It usually has to be me or Harold or sometimes even Mater. Y'all just need to pick it up. Because I don't know why I'm doing everything. But yeah, y'all need to get it together. This is kind
I got a whole lot of people. Get it down for me. Cherish keep popping. Let the cops come knocking. Did it party, did it party, did it party. Did it party, did it party, did it party.